Welcome into Skyridge High School for KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 6A state playoffs. We've got a second round battle for you here this evening between the 10th seeded Herriman Mustangs and the 7th seeded Skyridge Falcons. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Really excited to bring this matchup for you here tonight in what should be a fantastic contest between these two teams. We talk about this 6A state tournament, and you can make an argument the top 10 teams, both of which these two teams fit within, had as good a chance as any to win a 6A state title. It is deep at the top, competitive at the top, and for these two, it all starts tonight here at Skyridge High School. We start by introducing the visiting Herriman Mustangs. They come in 15-8 on the season. Co-region champs, three-way region champions in Region 2. Herriman was one of that trio, but just the 10th seed in this 17-team tournament. Very interesting, and you wonder if they're maybe got a little extra motivation being a region champion and being seeded as a 10. But they come in playing better than a 10 seed. In fact, the number 1 overall seed, Westlake, just 3 losses of the year, 2 of those coming at the hands of these Mustangs. And you look at this roster for Coach Meekum, you've got Carlo Mulford, 20 points per game as a senior. He's the all-time record holder in points, in threes, in assists, and in steals. He set the mark in school history in all those marks. You got Stone Tia, the 6'4 junior, 13-6. Xavier Mulford, just a freshman, a youngster, making an impact for this team as well. They got a lot of scoring offense, but they're going to have to find a way to go to toe-to-toe with this Skyridge team that loves to get out in transition, and they run as good at half-court sets as anyone. Skyridge 15-8 on the season as well, 3-5 in Region 3 play. Now, in fairness, it felt like everyone in that region finished 3-5. It was super competitive. Skyridge, they won 3 in a row before an overtime heartbreaker to the eventual region champ American Fort Cavemen, but they show they can compete with anyone in 6A as well. When you look at this Skyridge lineup, it all starts with the 6'5 senior Ryder Gentry. 15 points per game, 7 rebounds per game. He can step out and shoot it. He'll also be a load on the interior. You mix Carson Mosteller, 6'4 senior for this group. 15 points per game, 4 boards a game. And the senior guard, Joel Gardner, who makes it all work. Skyridge, Herriman, winner advances to the quarterfinal next week in 6A at the Huntsman Center at the University of Utah. Business here on a Friday night. Herriman in the road maroons, Skyridge in the road home whites, as we are set to tip on KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week in the second round of the 6A state playoffs, and we are underway. Skyridge winning the opening tip. I want to, of course, remind you the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start early, stop it late, that sort of thing, as we do our best to keep it synced with the official clock here in the gym. That was Stone Tia with the interception, and Herriman quickly up the floor here with Carlo Mulford. Straight away, open look at a 3 off the back of the rim, and this one into the corner, out of bounds. It will be Skyridge possession. Good open look there for Cy Arnell, and for this Herriman team, you'd have to think they'd want to get off to a good start tonight on the road. They brought a great student section behind that backboard. You'll see it as we're scanning here to this north end as the drive there, able to score. Nice take there by Joel Gardner. Mentioned him in the open, the point guard. Does so many things for this Skyridge group. Not an offense first kind of a player. He's got plenty of offense in the skill set as he showed it there early on. Here's Herriman. This is Carlo Mulford. Tough shot, no. Tia trying to get the offensive board and does. Sends out extra pass to Mulford from the corner. Carlo Mulford starting off with a corner 3, and on the other end, nearly given up, and it is taken away there by Cole Worthington. Here's Xavier Mulford, the freshman. Talk about averaging 10 points per game. He's going to be a stud at Herriman. Well, he already is, let's be honest. High screen there. He'll come near side to Carlo. Tia inside. Ooh, that one just missed, but Stone Tia will go to the line. You saw that arm wrapped around the midsection there. Great action there away from the ball. Tia had that little screen rolled off of it, able to find him. Nice move there is the 6'4 junior Herriman a couple years at the line here. Just missed it. Love his development. Remember seeing him as a freshman. Felt like an energy kid. But, man, he is rounded out into a really good player on both ends. Already has a steal in this one. He can be a load inside as well. As here at the line, second free throw, that one up and good. Tia in the books, and a 4-2 early lead here for the Mustangs. Here is Gentry. Talk about him in the open. You see Tia defending him. Ryder trying to look for a driving lane, kicks to the corner. Open look at a three, that was short. Rebound finds its way to Worthington. Herriman up the floor. Home students trying to cheer on this defense here in the early part. Arnell. Worthington inside. Tia, little spin move, left-handed shot. Stone Tia. I mentioned the athleticism earlier. Nice little display there in the paint. Crossover. Get that left-handed shot off the backboard. Intercepted nearly, battled around. And they're going to call a backcourt violation here. Gagan there saying, hey, that was deflected. Officials seeing that differently. Coach Gardner trying to get an explanation. As substitution here for the Falcons, Cole Walwork has come on. Good start by this Herriman defense. Mulford, this is Carlo. Hands to Tia, trying to go left. Kicks out. Nice recovery there by that Skyridge D. This deflected, finds its way to Carlo. Trying to work here on Gagan. Good D, Mulford, man. That's a tough fadeaway jumper from the senior. Nice spin there. Trying to get Gentry down the lane. Lost it going up and is fouled. Skyridge going to have to be very conscientious with their passing tonight. We've seen a couple times already where Herriman kind of expecting those passing lanes, stepping in front, getting some disruption here. They were just able to feed it there to Ryder. Of course, he's got two coming up here. As that foul was called on Arnell. That's his first personal. As Gentry scoring his first point tonight, has a second free throw coming up here. Gentry's second free throw, a little long. Tia with the board. Back with Carlo. He'll skip over to Xavier. Extended out, wall work there with a hand up. Got a little bit of space. That shot was off the mark. Offensive board to Arnell. Boy, this Herriman team, they are quick to every possession. Arnell, side for three. And a timeout taken by Skyridge. What a start for the Mustangs on the road, 11-3. As they've hit a pair of threes here in the first 4 minutes of the 6A state playoffs. You're watching it live on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. 11-3 your lead. Mulford and Arnell each with a three tonight for the Mustangs. Their length on the defensive end making an impact early, including on the glass. They've been great. And cleaning up missed shots as Gentry doubled. Got to look for somewhere to go, and I think that was out off Skyridge. Yes, it was. I thought that came down on the foot there of Gentry. So again, the pressure of this Herriman defense really suffocating. Double team in the corner, nowhere to go. Mulford. Carlo. Xavier back out. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Tia, he'll get in on the fun. No, that one off the back of the rim. And an offensive board tracked down. Right spot for Worthington. We'll keep it here as Tia on the drive is fouled. This will be the second team foul on Skyridge here in the quarter. And this will go on Ryder. First personal on Gentry. Tia on the block. Stone with 5, Carlo with 5. Skyridge really needing a response here, trailing by double digits early. Wallwork will send back up. Gentry in the lane, gives to Koa, thought about it. He'll drive, kick out to Zach Gagan. Baseline, found a little bit of a seam, and the body there of Arnell causing the foul. This will be the second here on Cy. As Alzana Freedy to the table here for the Mustangs. Pair of free throws here for Gagan. The senior averages 8 points per game, shooting into that Herriman student section, the first one off the mark. One more here for Zach. Skyridge here with a little extended pressure. Here's a Freedy. Carlo. Fouled here. Coach Gardner didn't like that call. This will go on Wallwork. Had kind of 3 defenders there. Mulford was trying to kind of navigate between. Wallwork there called for his first. Good pressure there by Gardner. They're defending on Worthington. And did he get out? He traveled. Gardner really forcing him to that sideline. Not a lot of room to work. So Herriman with a rare early turnover. And if you're Skyridge, this is one where just possession at time. Still plenty early, obviously. Koa had that knocked away by Xavier. Nearly able to get back on it, but it will be Herriman basketball. Nice recovery there by Koa. As saw Carlo kind of had to hold up for that ball, and Koa came racing back to knock it out. Allows the defense to set up here for Skyridge. Xavier Mulford. He'll work to the corner. Worthington, he hits the 3. 4 different scorers here for Herriman in this opening quarter. Wallwork to answer, no, rimmed out, tapped out, and the rebound goes to Xavier Mulford. Afridi on the drive, he's fouled. This will be the second here on Wallwork as Herriman will head to the line. Man, what an opening period for the Mustangs. Aggressive defense, aggressive offense. They are setting a tone here early. First free throw here for Zahn is good. As Hunter Sheffield has now checked in. Two for 2 for Afridi. Boy, that whole Herriman bench is really coaching this defense. There's a foul call here. This will be on Carlo. But literally, I mean, you watch that Herriman bench. They have players yelling. They have coaches yelling. Trying to really communicate against some of these sets of Skyridge. Gardner tried to wrap that around Tia. Did not work. Carlo on the other end. He lost that going to the rim. Skyridge trying to get out on the run. Mostiller kicks out. Extra pass. Carson from the corner. No. Gagan with the board. He'll go back up. Off the window, no. Tapped out, and it will stay here with the Falcons. They run Xavier Mulford to the table. He'll check in here for Carlo. Inside, boy, those arms kind of got tangled. And Herriman comes up with it. Our clock a little ahead. We're just going to pause. Let the game clock catch up to us here as we're approaching 30 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Xavier Mulford, defended there by Gardner. Xavier staying with it. Works to Worthington. Shot clock down to 12. Gardner staying right with Xavier. That came off the rim. Gardner coming the other way. 10 seconds to go. Joel on the drive is fouled. And Joel Gardner now will head to the free throw line here with 7 seconds to go. Two free throws here for Gardner. Substitutions here for each side. Carlo Mulford back on. Sam Pettit checking in for the first time. Meanwhile, Ripken Roberts checking in here for Skyridge for his first action tonight. Short. Offensive board. Gardner for three. No. And that will do it for the opening quarter. What a start by Herriman, the co-region champs out of Region 2 with an 18-5 lead over Skyridge. You're watching the 6A state playoffs live on KSLSports.com.
So now he decides to exercise. Yes, this was the best angle.
Life can get a little messy.
No way. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Best day ever.
Some taps create chaos.
No.
TapSpend gives you 1% cash back when you spend and 2.75% APY when you don't. Tap responsibly. Visit tapbank.com.
Ah, look at that. Little USA hockey pride. The men, of course, we won't spoil it for you in case you're hoping to watch that game later tonight. We'll put it this way. It's a good hockey game to watch. So there you have it. Herriman leading Skyridge as we start this second quarter. They'll have the basketball as well. Your unofficial scoring leaders through one. 5 for Tia and Mulford. 3 for Arnell and Worthington. And Afridi had the other 2 for Herriman. Nice pump fake there by Xavier. Defense able to recover. And nearly stepped out, but a foul going to be called here instead. Meanwhile, your scoring leaders for Skyridge, 3 for Gardner, Gagan and Gentry each with just the 1. As Gagan here picking up his first personal. We'll see how Skyridge tries to adjust here in this second quarter. Long 3 from Mulford, just wide, and the rebound finds its way to the Falcons. Here's Davis Fyans. He'll show patience here. Davis around a couple screens. Wow, lost it going up. Got to a 2-on-1 scenario there in the lane, Herriman other end. Nice save by Afridi. Able to throw it up there for Brady Ninau to track down. Tia. Stone Tia with a stone cold three. Able to hit it for Herriman. 8 now for Tia. Put that Skyridge defense in a real precarious position with Carlo Mulford, their leading scorer, kind of setting that pick. And they're trying to defend Carlo. How about the confidence of Tia to hit that shot? Fyans. 10 seconds on the shot clock. High post, Gentry gives it with Mosteller. Tia coming up. And Mosteller just threw that up there. The student section was counting down the shot clock. They were premature. Maybe a premature shot there. Tia gives to Afridi. Time out, Skyridge. The Mustangs are running here in the first half, 24-5. It is all Herriman here to start. We talked about that Herriman student section. Boy, they have certainly tried to make an impact here early. And as a neutral observer, I'd say they have. They've been loud. We saw maybe a rush shot a couple possessions ago. But give a lot of credit to this Herriman team. My goodness, what a start for the Mustangs. I was talking with someone before the game, said, you think they feel disrespected? He's like, absolutely. He's like, the other two region champs are the 1 and 3 seed, we're the 10. He's like, they're going to come out and have something to show. They certainly have here tonight. Wallwork will give this out to Gardner. You see the defense there of Carlo Mulford. Gardner found a seam, able to draw contact there on his route to the rim. As this will be on Xavier Mulford. I think that's his first. Right now, if you're Skyridge, you got to find a way to get some defense. They've given up 5 threes here in the early part of this game. As Gardner able to hit his first free throw. And Skyridge has not made a three yet. They've had a couple looks. Haven't been able to get one to go yet. As Gardner long on the second, and Skyridge, they've had multiple shooters now go to the line and just be 50%. I think in 3 trips to the line here in the first 10 and a half minutes. Skyridge, I think 3 of 6. Tia trying to drive here on Gentry. Help coming there by Gardner. Stone able to get it out. Afridi with space. That just barely missed, and now a loose ball foul here. Gonna go on Tia. First personal there on Stone as Cy Arnell to the table. He'll come on here for Afridi. Mosteller. That knocked away. Boy, Herriman, they've been just pests today defensively. We've seen a lot of those kind of deflections. Gardner here again getting right to the rim and drawing contact. And this is on Tia. That'll be the second here on Stone. Coach Meekum gonna run to the table here. As looks like Afridi will come back on. So 2 more here for Gardner. Tia here coming off, having picked up that second personal. And Gardner able to hit them both. Every point, and boy, we got to, yeah, okay, we're good. Table gave a late buzz. Might have been inadvertent there. Oh, Gardner, boy, that's going to be Skyridge basketball. The Herriman bench, like, wasn't there contact there? I thought there might have been on that closeout by Joel. but deemed a turnover. Coach Meacham was making his case heard. Here's Gentry. Boy, they've got to get him going. Just 1 point in that opening quarter. Still with just the one. Wall work. Mosteller trying to drive here. Lost it inside. Loose ball. Gentry picks it up. Shot clock down to 2. Wall work. Got to get it up. He will not. We talk about that Herriman Mustang, folks. There it is on display. It has been active and forcing everything outside. You see, even when Gentry scoops up that ball on the interior, there's 2-3 defenders there. He's got to send that back out, and Skyridge has not really been able to effectively work it back inside. You think about their ability to get to the line, most of that's been off the drive. They really haven't been able to establish it inside and work the ball in. So Herriman defense made it tough. Afridi. He'll give to Worthington. Worthington sends out Mulford here. Trying to drive, tough shot. Carlo Mulford. Gardner recovers. Off the window, just wouldn't go. Gardner gonna head back here to the free throw line. Foul's starting to add up here. This will be on Xavier, his second. 4th team foul on Herriman in this second quarter. Back of the rim on that first free throw. We got 3:20 left to go in the opening half. Skyridge has 1 field goal in this game. Every other point has come from the free throw line for the Falcons. Gardner splits the trip. A foul called here on Gentry. That's the second on Ryder. Carlo going right through, had that shot blocked. We have, yeah, it's out of play. Afridi. Quick step there, and then with the little reverse. Gagan trying to drive. Arnell there looking vertical, sent to the corner, rimmed out on the look. Sheffield had the 3. We've seen a couple of those shots that have really hit a lot of different aspects of the rim and come off for Skyridge. 19-point lead here for the visitors. Afridi from the corner. Gentry trying to get there, will not. Arnell gives back. Afridi with his second 3 of this quarter. Second time's a charm. Missed the first one. Cy Arnell, that's a great job tracking that down, and the confidence to take it again and hit it. Other end, there you go. Zach Gagan hitting the first 3 of the game for Skyridge. A much, much needed bucket for this Falcon offense. Got to get some stops. Worked out. Rebound tracked down there by Zach. That knocked out here by Arnell as substitutions. Xavier Mulford coming back on here for Herriman. 1:30 to go here in this opening half. Mosteller. Everything's just been a little out of rhythm here. Gardner on the drive. There you go. Little baseline floater there. Able to get it up over Mulford. 9 now for Joel Gardner. Tia back on with the 2. Work to the corner. Ninhouse 3. No! Here comes Gagan as we're inside a minute. That out of play will stay here with Skyridge. Sheffield here to inbound. Gardner, 15-footer. Joel Gardner starting to show some confidence here for this Skyridge offense. Back-to-back field goals. Mulford on the drive. Boy, that left-handed shot. We've seen a couple times tonight where he's done just that. Tough angles, defense in good position, just the stretch out to get that shot up away and scores. Defending Gardner here, 20 seconds to play in the quarter, or in the half, I should say. That pass deflected by Arnell. Shot clock did not, well, it's turned off. Mosteller will take the corner 3 and hits it. And we're gonna have an official timeout here, 3.6 seconds to go. Now a little rhythm here for Skyridge. Just going to come back to the table, kind of clarify this call. Will allow Skyridge to really kind of set up their defense here, and we'll see what Coach Meekum has here for a last-second play. Arnell will inbound here for the Stangs. Xavier gets it up, gets it away, off the front of the rim. Well, the good start for Herriman will allow them to take a double-digit lead into the locker rooms here at the break. 33-19, Herriman leading Skyridge in the 6A state playoffs. Ready to start our second half. 33-19, Herriman. As boy, the way that the Mustangs shot that ball in the first half, made 6 threes to help create this double-digit lead. They led by as many. I think they got to 21. I know they were at 19. I think they got to 21. Skyridge made a nice push late. But boy, there's a lot of work left to do here for the Falcons as Arnell jumps that passing lane, able to step up and cause a steal on that first Skyridge possession. Your scoring leaders at the end of the first half, unofficial. Mulford with 9, Afridi and Tia each with 8. 3 for Worthington and Arnell, 2 for Ninau. Meanwhile for Skyridge, 11 for Joel Gardner, 4 for Gagan, 3 for Mosteller, and the 1 for Ryder Gentry. Oh, nice ball movement as Arnell able to work right to the lane without the basketball. They find him, and Cy with his first points since the first quarter. Here's Gentry. Mentioned the leading scorer for Skyridge has just 1 point at the half. Joel Gardner able to hit a 3. Only the third 3 of the game for Skyridge. We mentioned the 6 that Herriman had in the first half. The Falcons only had 2 made 3s. As we talk about, the winner of this game will advance to take on the winner of AF and Copper Hills. American Fork with a pretty comfortable advantage in the second half. Would imagine that the Cavemen well positioned to advance in this tournament, the 2 seed in 6A. Here's Tia. Trying to work here on Gentry. Will send out Cy, his 3, no. And Gardner able to secure the rebound. Sheffield pushing it here for the Falcons. Gagan sends to Mosteller from the corner. No. Carlo Mulford with the board. Looks up for Xavier, let the defender fly by, and hit the 3. First bucket tonight for the freshman. Gagan, other end. That shot was deflected by Arnell. Carlo. Boy, what a use of hesitation at the top of that drive. And then kind of the lean ahead to get it up and score it. Lead back to 18. Gardner. On the drive, too strong off the glass. Here's Tia. Works his way to the middle. Gentry, nice job staying vertical there. Tia trying to race back. This Skyridge team in transition. Sheffield with space for 3, no. Carlo up to Cy. How about the assist from Carlo Mulford? Did not have a lot of room to fit that leading pass ahead to the 6'5" senior. Gardner with a step around. That came off the rim. Gagan for the second try. No! Followed up and scored there by Gentry. And the first bucket for Ryder Gentry coming at the 4.5 mark in the third quarter. And jammed. We want to update you on a couple scores you might be interested in. The top seed, Westlake Thunder, in a battle with Cedar Valley. 39-38 Thunder in the third quarter. Wow. That's your number 1 seed at home in a tough contest in the second round of the 6A state tournament. We talk about there's a lot of teams that can compete. There's a lot of teams that can compete for a state title in 6A this year. That inbound thrown over the head. Mosteller out on the run, leaves to the trail here for Roberts. And a foul called inside, a blocking foul here. I think will go on Carlo. No, they'll call this instead on Worthington, my bad. That'll be the second on Cole.
Carter and Gentry re-enter.
I mentioned the winner of this game advances to the quarterfinals. Will be Wednesday up at the Huntsman Center. We'll have all the quarterfinal action for you. In 5A, 6A, boys and girls right here on KSLSports.com as Skyridge turns it over. Carlo with a step back. That 3 off the mark is Walwork with the rebound for Skyridge. And yeah, you could hear that slap. Xavier there trying to knock that ball away. Just picked up his third. Herriman will make a change here as they're now going to come back on here. As Carlo take a seat here after picking up his third. Gardner, boy, a lot of congestion out of that corner. Works to Koa. Positioning that defense made that hard. Arnell trying to keep track of this and does. And now we've got a timeout going to be taken here by Herriman. 30-second timeout by the Mustangs, 42-24. We'll take a moment here to thank our sponsors on KSL Sports that make our playoff coverage possible. Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 2.75% annual percentage yield on your account balance and a 1% cash back on eligible purchases. Tap responsibly. Visit tabbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC. Also want to thank Waddup's Insurance Agency. While we all love spending time supporting our high school teams, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the team that will support and help protect you. Whether it's your business, home, rental properties, cars, or recreational vehicles, Waddup's Insurance Agency is the local insurance pro you can count on. Call or text us 801-683-3663 to evaluate your insurance program with Waddup's Insurance Agency. Here's Tia. Little spin move, fouled on the shot. Stone will head back here to the free throw line. As this call on wall work, that'll be his third.
At the line,
Stone unofficially with 8 tonight. Talk about his energy on the glass on the defensive end as he hits that first free throw. One more here for Tia. There's some players that it feels like we've been covering for a long time. Tia's one of those players, and yet he's got one more year, just a junior. Another year with Tia. It'll be exciting to see his continued development here in the stage. Wall work will baseline skip that over, out of the corner, won't go. Mosteller there with the putback. Three minutes to go here in our third quarter. Oh, Tia. Told you the way his game has developed over the last 3 years has been so fun to watch. He's in double figures now with 11. Speaking of 11, here's Gardner. He'll give back to Koa from the corner. No. Gentry there with the board and the putback. A whistle after that. A foul here on Tia. No, my apologies on Gagan. That'll be his second. A little confused there by what the call was, and my apologies trying to read body language. Tia looked like he was frustrated after that whistle. Might have just been by the by something else on the floor there. Arnell kicks out. Worthington, that three, no. Tracked down by Koa. Saved. Gardner, no. Tough offensive night for the home group. .90 seconds to go here in the third. 10 on the shot clock for the Mustangs. Carlo. That shot won't go. Mosteller with the board. Numbers here for Skyridge up ahead with wall work. Now Herriman going to take a timeout here. 1 minute to go. Timeout Mustangs. We'll take a break, be back here in the second round of the 6A state playoffs. Just over a minute to go here in the third. Xavier defended by Gardner. And did he step out? Yes, he did. Skyridge basketball. Joel Gardner a couple times where he's done a nice job of pushing the dribbler to that sideline without fouling. Skyridge really needs a strong end to this third quarter. Gardner found a seam, and that one just came off the front of the rim. But it'll be a pair of free throws here for Joel Gardner as he works his way back here to the free throw line. Foul called on Carlo. Second personal on Mulford. Gardner with a hit on that first free throw. He's got 15 for Skyridge tonight. Mentioned his average is 10. Gentry and Mosseller combined average about 30 a game. They've been limited to just 10 tonight through 3. Herriman gets the ball up the floor. Shot clock turned off here. These final 20 seconds into Tia. And a foul called here inside. Again, kind of saw that hand draped around the midsection there. This called on Gardner. 14th foul on Skyridge. Here's Carlo. 10 seconds to go. Carlo off the screen. He'll take the three. Carlo Mulford, folks. He is that guy. 48-32. Herriman heads to the fourth with a 16-point lead here in the 6A state playoffs. Start of the fourth quarter. Herriman has led throughout. For those curious, we mentioned that Westlake was in a battle tonight. They trailed in the third quarter. They've opened that game up in the fourth. The 1 seed looking like they will advance as Mostiller fouled on this three. And the reason why we mentioned that, we mentioned Herriman co-region champs with Westlake and Bingham. The only team to defeat Herriman twice this year. As Carson at the line, able to score on the first. Really, if you're Skyridge, you've got to capitalize on every opportunity you have left. And that includes at the line. 2 for 3 on the trip. Fans there underneath thought that well, there was a missed call. We're down on the other end. Here's Carlo. Arnell. Oh, nice move. Boy, they're banking on Arnell to go right up, and that little power dribble allows him to roll where no defense is. Gardner here fouled. So Joel will head back to the free throw line. He's been a frequent visitor there. By now, he's probably got a free drink or something on some reward club at the free throw line. As mentioned, his 15 points tonight. And of those, 7 of them coming from the line, and he's probably been about 65% from the line. He's had a lot of trips there as he makes the first one here. One more here for Joel. And now some pressure here by Skyridge, and it works. Corner 3. Hunter Sheffield knocks it in. Staying with the pressure. First field goal tonight for the senior Sheffield. Herriman able to get it up. It's an 11-point game, just inside 7 to go. Carlo on the drive. Tough shot, no. Gentry tracks it down. Skyridge trying to get out on the run. Sheffield gives to Gardner. Has Gagan inside. Timeout Herriman, as finally the Falcons have started to find their wings. It's a 9-point game, 6:42 to go. Timeout Mustangs. This was a 20-point game for a large portion of the middle part of this game, and all of a sudden, the Skyridge with some momentum, some energy in this building. It feels like most of the energy has been by the visiting student section. That's not the case anymore. So that double team is Herriman able to get it ahead. Here's Carlo. They've got to contain him. He'll work over to Tia. Strung off the glass, but it gets his own miss. And the put back there by Tia is good. You don't have to take a bunch of threes here if you're Skyridge. Gagan, nice pass to Gentry, and Ryder will head to the free throw line as the foul called inside on, is that on Xavier? That's his 4th.
Ryder Gentry to the line.
Two here for Gentry. Other action you might be interested in tonight, we told you about American Fork with a big lead over Copper Hills. Mountain Ridge leading Syracuse. Oh. Well, that'll work. 1 of 2 on the trip, and then Gagan there with the bucket. Tia, other end, that rimmed out. Skyridge on the run again. Gardner has it knocked away there by Mulford. This will be Skyridge basketball. This could be a 2-possession game. Mostiller in the lane, gets it up, no. Gagan able to crash down to secure it. Forcing a shot up and scores. I don't know how Gagan even got that shot away, but he does. He's got 10, and he stepped out of bounds. Skyridge basketball. This was a 16-point game coming into the 4th quarter. It's been a 10-point advantage for Skyridge in 2.5 minutes. Gagan again able to track that down. He'll look to drive. Mulford with the steal. Tia works up with Carlo. Little spin move. Count the bucket for Carlo Mulford. Carlo here a little slow to get up. Gentry called for his 3rd. First team foul on Skyridge in this 4th quarter. Herriman has 3. Mulford here with a chance at a 3-point play. he scores it. 9-point lead. Mosteller. Gardner looking to drive. Wanted to go inside to Gentry. That was deflected. As Herriman gets another steal in this one. Here's Tia. Stone sends out extra pass to the corner. Worthington. Bang from Cole Worthington. His second three tonight pushes it back to a 12-point lead here for Herriman. 4:20 to go. Mosteller to answer, and he does. Midway point of this fourth quarter. Tia. Sends it out. Shot clock down to 7. And now got to do something with it. Trying to drive, gets around Mosteller to the rim and scores. Wow, big take there from the senior. Just his second bucket tonight, but it is a big one for Herriman. Gardner. Oh, this is thrown into the backcourt. Miscommunication, just a bit beyond the reach of Gardner. As Skyridge turns it over. Tia sends out. You can see Herriman electing to be very patient here with the shot clock. 3 minutes to go. They know they've just got to take care of a couple more possessions to advance to the Huntsman Center in the 6A quarterfinal. Mulford doubled, trying to split it. And this will stay here. Got a hand on that basketball, but not enough to jar it loose. Eight seconds on the shot clock here for the Mustangs. Worthington gives to Tia. Inside, scores with 1 second left on the shot clock. That's exactly what you want if you're Coach Meekum. Just whittle that thing down and score at the last moment. Back to 13. From the corner, Gagan, no, short. And a foul, on Gagan, his third. Wall work back on here for Skyridge. Xavier Mulford on for Herriman. They're looking ahead for Tia. Able to track it down. Then you see Stone being patient. Kicks out. Here's Carlo. They can take this inside. 2 minutes to go. Skyridge bringing pressure up. Tia with the drive and flush. Stone Tia. $17 for Stone, 17 for Carlo. The duo has been the duo that they've been all night, all year for Herriman. And maybe the exclamation mark, maybe the point, the possession that will do it for the Mustangs to get back to the site. As Koa Walwork here will head to the free throw line. The foul call here on Xavier. That's going to be the 5th on the freshman. His night complete, hit the 3 in the third quarter. And Cy Arnell will check in here for Herriman. Mentioned Xavier, just a freshman. He's got years ahead of him. He'll continue to be a big impact player for the Mustangs in the future. As Walwork misses the first free throw, he's got one more here. Davis Fyans now will check in for Skyridge. And a foul called here on the pressure. This will go on Gagan. It'll be his 4th. Carlo. Get that ball moving. Arnell couldn't handle it. So we'll head to Skyridge here, 1:33 to go. Walwork. And Mostiller checking back in here. Gardner. The foul there is ran into that double. Arnell here will pick up his 3rd personal. Gardner. One more here for Joel. We got another update in the 6A tournament, one that might be interesting. It's a Region 1 special. Farmington Davis is a 1-point game in the 4th quarter. That would be a big one. As Gagan here gives the foul. That'll be the 5th on the senior. So Zach Gagan will be walking off the floor here for the last time. So many seniors for this Skyridge roster. Guys like Gagan, Gentry, Mosteller, Gardner, 4 key guys that want to get this program back to the Huntsman Center, back to a postseason run as Gagan getting high fives on the bench. His night complete as a foul away from the ball here will be on Skyridge. And we'll head down, take free throws here with the Mustangs. So the 10 seed Herriman will get ready to advance. Looks like they'll take on American Fork. Don't believe they played the Cavemen this year. It will be a great quarter. We mentioned the 6A tournament. There will be a lot of great quarterfinals. As a first free throw here from Worthington. is good as we take a quick look here at the bracket. See how things shape up. American Fork. At top right, you see Herriman advancing. Walwork will drive. No. Final minute here at Skyridge High School. That one just kept by Carlo in the front court. He'll come back and pick that up again. Shot clock down to 15. Carlo Mulford heading to the line here. We talk about what a good scorer he is. But again, you watch him play, and while he can score at seemingly any time he wants, I mentioned program record holder in points, threes, assists, steals. He does so many things for Herriman. It's not just the Carlo show. We saw that tonight as seniors here for Skyridge coming off the floor for one final time. A lot of players coming off here for Herriman as well. Always tough when seasons, careers come to ends. In the case for the Falcons is Mulford. Here hits the second, they'll sub him out. He gets a well-earned applause from the students, the bench, and the supporters that made the trip here to Skyridge. Melling will take this three, no. Offensive board gathered here by the Falcons to keep possession here. Shot clock turned off. That pass into the backcourt taken away there by Wills. And that will do it as the final seconds tick down. Herriman, the 10 seed, will advance 68-51. The Mustangs book their ticket to the 6A quarterfinals. We talk about the performances tonight. Big night from Stone Tia, from Carlo Mulford. The duo fantastic as the Mustangs get the victory. I want to thank you so much for joining us here for our 6A second round coverage. A reminder, come join us next week, either up at the site or join us on the stream, as we will have every 6A, 5A boys and girls playoff game for you, quarterfinals, semifinals, championships on KSLSports.com. Come join us for the rest of the state tournament, as we'll take you all the way to state champs right here. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us. 68-51, the Herriman Mustangs advance in the 6A state tournament.